Hello. Today I'll talk about autoimmune problems. There are a lot of us with autoimmune diseases and we need to know how to manage them. These diseases, we might have been born with them, allergies and such. Nobody knows why people have allergies. It really is probably in their DNA. So there's not really much one can do about them except manage them. And management of these conditions is everything. Apart from that, of course, you need to know a lot about them. So a lot of us have allergies today. A lot of us have asthma, respiratory problems will be typically asthma, eczema, flare-ups that people talk about all the time. Really, one needs to know how to manage these problems. So what's the cause of allergies and other autoimmune conditions? Nobody really knows what the cause is. It could be an infection, for example. It could be stress. It could be diet, but I think if your diet is it's making you autoimmune, you already had the autoimmune problems. But diet makes it worse. If you don't know what you should consume, what you should avoid, then it will be much worse. You need to certainly know very well what you need to take. So for example, a lot of people are celiac and they do not know. You should just check. If you have a lot of allergies, you will also have food allergies. You should check with your doctor to determine if you should avoid gluten, for example. That means you will be celiac. And gluten is not just in wheat. A lot of people think gluten is only in wheat. It's not in just wheat. It's in other things like rye, barley, spelt. Things which seems like they are healthy. They are not always that healthy. It's in oats. It's in triticale. Such grains have gluten. And even a little gluten is a problem. So it should be completely avoided. You should know. Each time you can come across some new food, some grains, you should check what they are, and you should check if they have gluten. If they have gluten, you just put them aside. Alright? Because these foods then cause leaky gut. Leaky gut is whereby when you eat these foods, your stomach bloats, your intestines swell, that's why your stomach bloats. So much so that the food in the intestines can actually leak through the walls. It can get out through the walls, and definitely it will create a worse, more toxic condition for you and make things much worse. You know, I remember one time, I'm celiac, one time I could not eat beans and other things because my stomach just felt so funny, so strange. I had so much gas, I thought no. I didn't eat beans for about 6 years because I just was in at such a bad place. I ate all the gluten. I hadn't come around with the fact to knowing that I was, celiac. I had stopped taking a bit of milk, but I really took a little milk every day. I hadn't quite convinced myself that it's time to stop and start getting healthy. So one more thing to avoid as well is milk. Milk and milk products. We like cheese, we like yogurt, but these are things that have to be avoided if you have leaky gut problems, if you have allergies. The milk also causes a lot of mucus in the respiratory tract, so it makes your asthma worse. It makes your colds worse. It's certainly something to completely avoid. You could try other milks like almond milk, rice milk, coconut milk, other alternatives for your tea or coffee, So that's extremely important to do. What about the gluten-free items? There are quite a few of them. You have rice, maize or corn. You have millet, sorghum. Then you have pseudo grains like buckwheat, amaranth, quinoa. All these are pretty healthy. Apart from other things like all the nuts and so many other things are gluten-free, so you can actually use them and try to mix them in such a way that you make a delicious meals for yourself. It doesn't have to be a really boring life, you know, not having to take wheat. And wheat, yes, wheat is delicious, but it's not worth it because it makes you sick. Why would you take something that makes you sick? You definitely need to cut it out completely, and you'll see your health pick up much better. So autoimmune conditions, that's the issue with them. Another thing, of course, like if you have leaky gut, you'll have toxins. So you can detox your body from time to time, but you should avoid the leaky gut in the first place through the diet. Alright, so there's one very big problem that is brought, that is as a result of autoimmune, or that is part of being autoimmune. When you are autoimmune, your immunity is sick, it's broken, it's weak. So you need to strengthen it, you need to make it healthy so that you manage those conditions. Those conditions won't go away, the allergies won't go away, the asthma won't go away, but if you have a healthy immune system, then you definitely will have them much better managed. One way to do this, I was so lucky to come across this product about 6 years ago, is to use 4Life tablets. The tablets of 4Life strengthen your immune system, they make it strong. So these tablets are made from milk, but it's really just transfer factors. These are the transfer factor is there are things found in the first milk that the mother or the cow transfers to the baby, because the babies of mammals are born without any immunity. It has to be quickly transferred through the first milk, which is, you know, characteristic milk. It's not like the rest of the typical milk, because it has a lot of these immune system elements called transfer factors. So what does 4Life do? 4Life is an American company, and what they do is that they take these transfer factors from the milk microscopically. So it really has nothing to do with milk, it's just those microscopic items that they take in their lab, and they concentrate them and put them into tablets. You are supposed to take these tablets, like me, I took this tablet. So you get a transfer factor, 3-factor, for example, bottle of 60 tablets like that. So I remember I took morning and evening, a whole month. Started feeling a lot better. Then after that, a second month, and actually after the second month I knew I was so much better. I had gone so much along. I remember that time I also had my thyroid problems, and I was seeing my doctor over the thyroid. Each time you have to see your specialist over the thyroid issues. You have, you know, to take your blood, you know, your blood, a blood sample, and get it looked at in the lab, and then you check the results to the specialist. And one of those first times the specialist was very happy with the results. That means even those tablets also helped with my other conditions like thyroid, like asthma. So yeah, I got much better. So what happens is that after I used those products, I could come across dust, sneeze, you know, but by evening I'll still be alright. Before, I could come across some dust, I would start sneezing, I would start feeling sick, I would start feeling like I'm feverish. By evening I have a cold, because the immune system was so bad, so broken, so unable to do anything. Now with a healthy immune system, you'll get the attack, but it won't be that bad. It won't end up making you sick and seriously sick. So check up the link down for 4Life and check the different items that you can use. Transfer factor, 3-factor is one of them that you should try to strengthen your immune system, and it will actually and this is for anyone with autoimmune problem, whatever autoimmune problem they are. it means that your immunity needs strengthening. It's weak, it's broken. A lot of us don't know that. So take those tablets and see how you feel. You could write then some comments down when you've seen that it's helped you along. Otherwise, we deserve to be happy, we deserve to be healthy, and all the best in your journey to getting healthier.